could be wrong. I don't know. Sick analysis.
Sick. I'm excited. Here we go. It is game 1 of Heroic versus Gaimin Gladiators, and we are just jumping into this one to see, you know, if Gaimin Gladiators can keep their tournament lives alive. Again, it's not entirely in their hands. They have to kind of pray that these other series unfold a specific way, but for them, they can at least still give them the opportunity of tiebreakers if they take the 2-0 here. Heroic with a single win guarantees them playoffs. So big deal for both of these teams. Llama in a good spot here will break the smoke. Yeah, smoke was definitely scouted. They might know of this and go for a D ward.
Oh, that was like an instant smoke break into nothing.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, sneaky sniper ward in smoke.
He's like, my smoke didn't pop. I can still place a ward.
Analog still pings it out, though. He feels it.
He's like,
feels
man,
it in his bones.
They gotta have one. All right. Potential fight here over this top rune. 4 heroes here from Gaimin Gladiators. They'll throw the stun out onto Schofield. Llama will zone out the rest, but it's going to be the enchant blood grenade combo that we've heard so much about. And that will give first blood onto Duraccio as Llama body blocked up here by Tofu.
Tofu with the body block.
Dude, they're so perfect. Sets up a second kill, and this one for Quinn. That was so dirty. And the good luck, have fun from Celery. Oh, man.
That's perfect. This is where you double down. If this is a pub game, you double down and predict the win. Oh, Celery. Look, that's good. They're in a do or die situation. So to be able to have that kind of laugh with the good luck, have fun after a double kill, that's good.
Yeah, I do want to point out that that first blood in the mid lane will help Quinn a lot, but it is still a borderline impossible matchup with Breathe Fire. So it's not going to be easy. Well, he actually misses the Breathe Fire, so he's going to get a last hit for the first time. Yeah, this matchup's not great. Definitely not great. Especially as you get closer to like levels 3 and 4, it just snowballs out of control very quickly for the sniper. But you know, maybe Quinn can make some stuff work here. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I am curious about the choice to ban Storm. It's like a choice on, do you win the lane or do you win later in the game? Where Storm getting to sniper is typically really good and a way to kill him. But I mean, Dragon Knights can build blinks too, and I feel like he has a good laning stage versus the sniper. So I kind of would have been okay if they had swapped the bans, let Storm through, because I feel like you have a hero to protect the sniper in the Enchantress and the Bat Rider to help him out once the zip actually comes in. But we'll see how it goes, see how well Dragon Knight can do in the lane, or if Quinn can outplay him. Or maybe just like farm with Shrapnel, you know, go stat camps.
I mean, as we can see already, like the 2 lanes that we expected to be going very well for them are, right? The Dragon Knight Lifestealer kind of just, I don't want to say free farming, but not struggling. And then, of course, compare that to the CK and the bristleback, or the CK and the Centaur. That lane is fairly even, right? And I think part of that is just the strength of the Centaur hero. It's one of the reasons we see this hero picked all the time. So the double kill at the beginning of the game is going to help Gaimin Gladiators a lot potentially here in these first few waves. We'll see how things continue to develop, though. Who's going to get the last hit? Oh, Schofield got it. Okay. Healing Lotus.
What the Lotus is.
Dude, okay, so hear me out. You and I were talking, you know, before the break about what the next thing Valve is going to introduce. We were podcasting a lot on, you know, in previous events about them adding fishing and it being an absolute requirement if Valve wants to grow the player base, right?
And they've proven they do.
Yeah, They've proven they do, so that's why we have fishing now. So the next logical development is wood cutting, right? I believe. And I know you're like, well, we can already cut down trees. Yes, but we need a grove that you can go and harvest trees for materials so that we can build high ground siege, like trebuchets. And that's the next logical development. And eventually we just become an RTS.
We're practically there. We were born in RTS.
It's true.
We're gonna make our way back.
We've gone full
I bet Sniper's
circle.
so good if that becomes real. Like, if you can actually build stuff, you get, like, double siege with Sniper. Sniper can actually either deal with it, or you, like, put him on your newly built platform trebuchet. Yeah, and always take a lot of pressure in the mid lane, I gotta say.
Yeah.
It's opted for only one bracer. So
The stick is very interesting. That is the part I'm a little bit concerned about, because a lot of times we don't see a stick. It's just the double bracer to get that extra regen and health, but he's gone for a stick, which Sniper does spam take aim a lot.
that's
And
true.
I guess, you know, maybe that's the idea, but it's a little weird. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. KJ
You like-
here in the bottom lane, gonna take a lot of damage. Great flame break there from Tofu. He's gonna try and just outrun them, but he cannot. Ace picks him up with another quill spray there.
Bristle definitely needs to have a good lane too. Oh, this is interesting. I just noticed he went double null talisman.
Who did?
He is going back for that mana spam. The ace bristleback.
Yeah.
So that's a new development
good.
there.
It's good.
A lot of mana for this spam here.
This item, I think people realized it's like we used to just build Falcon Blades for a lot of heroes.
Falcon blades don't double in value.
Yeah, they're also really expensive. Analog mid lane getting dove here from Tofu and Celery trying to make his way under the tower. In comes KJ. Will Analog die? He does. Quinn trying to run away from Schofield here on the Rubik. He's doing his best. Blood Grenade does connect. He's probably going to burn out. Just needs one more auto attack, and he does find him. So a 2-for-1, but the Dragon Knight dying first. Quite nice for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Centaur stun. Lasts a little longer there. It takes a lot of damage here from Duraccio, but should be able to pop the Lotus in a moment.
Celery's gonna find a courier.
Ooh. Will he be able to pop the Lotus? Yeah, he can. Ooh, that's K. Why is K1's courier there? What is he trying to get from the side shop?
He's going straight Radiance, potentially.
Okay.
I think he's feeling it out. He has both queued, but it's something we've seen him do in the past.
Yes.
Is skip the armlet and go for the Radiance. Gonna play on Ace in the bottom lane. Ooh, Schofield just bursting the end there. And that's gonna let him go for a Wisdom Rune steal too.
Yeah. They do
Someone's got
trade
a
one
TP
for
there.
one, but that is so worth it. Taking down the Bristleback first and the Wisdom Rune steal. Now, that being said, they are rotating on... Okay, that was like they are rotating on the Enchantress, but they will TP back on the Centaur. So Schofield with the Telekinesis will be able to definitely secure it over Tofu, and he's going to die for this. TP in from Ace will make pretty quick work of the Rubik, unless he can get the deny, but great body blocks. We saw Tofu doing this. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I know. Saves it
with
for the quill spray.
fourth quill.
Very nice.
Still, that Wisdom Rune steal is a big deal.
Yep.
All the supports in this game scale really well with levels, so being able to get both, pretty useful. It actually, I wouldn't say it builds a lead, since actually they got the kills on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Speaking of, Duraccio in the top lane.
That
Got a
missile.
rocket under
Yeah.
tower.
It sets up enough, and they've brought in the numbers. That is just such a deep dive. They're playing... I think what's happening here is they're getting baited by the, like, Enchantress. This is normally a hero that feels really strong, but you are still level 3, so no impetus. And you have some fairly tanky cores on the side of Heroic, right? Like, all of these heroes, strength melee heroes, right? All 3 of your cores. So it's not easy to try and burst down some of these guys.
Especially with the early levels on the enemy supports, thanks to that double Wisdom Rune, which originally I was going to say 6-3, so you got a bit of XP from kills on Gaimin Gladiator, so it's kind of evened out for those Wisdom Runes. But now with these return kills from Heroic, now they're solidly in the lead. KJ halfway to 6 already, and that's a really powerful spell to get early.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of what I expected, right? I look at Heroic's draft, and they are definitely stronger in the lane. Ace is going to become a serious problem, and like this is what I was talking about, right? You do a lot of damage to the bristleback, but he will eventually stack up enough quills, so he needs help. He's going to bring in a lot of help, actually, as the Centaur Stampede tries to close the gap. They get the kill. Now they find Tofu on the backside. Analog rotating on in with the help of Schofield, and they got him. Ends up being 2 more kills into the hands of Heroic, now tying the game at 6-6, freeing up more space for K1 on this Lifestealer, and it is going to be that Radiance Rush, like you said.
Nicely played from K1. He was getting some quill stacks on him, which I think made Ace feel like, oh, they can't dive me, Lifestealer will die. But he actually infests a creep and then just runs at him, and he can't get more cool sprays because he's in the creep. So he just contributes and then like goes for the kill with the burst out at the end.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So I will say, there is a silver lining, and it's the fact that Quinn's mid lane has actually gone very good considering the matchup, right? We've seen matchups of the DK versus Sniper where Sniper is like 1,500 gold behind at 10 minutes. Now, you also can't really pressure the tower since it is a Sniper who can just very easily clear the waves. So Analog is resulting to just farming. He's going to be top net worth. Once he has his like level 2 ultimate, we'll see him also clearing a lot of stacks. Speaking of stacks, you see a bunch there. Schofield will get caught at the top rune, and amplify damage picked up for the Sniper. As maybe this time we'll see them go for a mid lane tower, but without Celery's creep, it'll be a little bit difficult.
We do have a Dragon Lance on the way for the Sniper. Getting through the laning stage. This is the awkward part for him against that Dragon Knight, like you said, but did okay. Dragon Knight is going to go for a blink. This is pretty interesting. He got an Oblivion Staff first, and now he's going to go for a blink. Mage Slayer has really dropped off, and this is not a good mage. Well, actually, against Bristle, it might be kind of okay, but not really worth it. I think he's just getting it for the early stats, the spam on spells, better mana regen, and then he'll go for an Orchid later.
They have a 6 smoke gank into the triangle right now. They're looking for the Tofu Bat Rider, and well, yeah, they get him. And I was like, I commit. Look at this ward though. Wait, I don't know who placed this. Is the ridiculous thing. There is a ward on the triangle, or right in the ancient camp that scouted this, and they're gonna use this now to just try and take the stack and leave. All right, they lose some of the ancient creep, or they lose some of the stacks to Heroic, but taking these away from the Bat Rider is probably the most important. Like, yeah, Ace gets them, but your Bat Rider was set up to pretty much buy a Blink Dagger after that stack, and now he's not even close.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
2,000 gold lead, however, for Gaimin Gladiators. They're actually looking really strong now, farming quite well in all 3 of their cores. Centaur has fallen off. What in the world?
Yeah, he's been having a hard time versus Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight is good versus the Centaur because Centaur tries to like whittle people down with his high health regen and the double edge. Looking at K1, he's just gonna pop the rage and should be out of there. But Chaos Knight, like, he fights back and he heals off the Chaos Strike.
They're gonna keep going. They're like, they're assuming he stopped to farm, and they would be correct. Goes for the Infest to try and buy a little bit of time. Here comes KJ on the backside, but he has no call down. There's gonna be a Stampede, and you've lost your Lifestealer. Analog here as well, trying to do what he can. Quinn not going to be isolated off as the rest of Gaimin Gladiators will chase down that Gyrocopter. 5 heroes to the bottom lane. Pays off as they will also grab themselves a nice tower here.
Quinn, NA representative, played a lot versus K1. That was he knew. He's like, there's no way this guy stops farming for long. Just go to the next camp. He'll be there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Good read. Gets the Lifestealer kill. He's working on that Radiance. It's about 1,000 gold off, so any kills you get now just to slow him down, really good, because once he has that item, he'll farm a lot faster. The longer you delay that. It's not quite exponential, I don't know what to call it, but you know, the faster you the longer you delay the farming item, the better.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Getting some. Okay, Analog actually. Did you just point this out? He got a Yasha instead of the Blink.
I don't know if I like that.
I kind of do, because I think they just need to farm for right now. I don't know if they actually want to fight with how much your CK is or with how much your Centaur is struggling as a result of the Chaos Knight. So I feel like he kind of just needs to farm and let, you know, Lifestealer also get to his critical items. Like, he's still working on his Radiance. Is that a Bloodstone on Ace already? Holy heck. All right, Ace is strong. You definitely don't want to be fighting right now. Okay, Stampede comes out, able to get them away. That lasso was looking for an opening. Doesn't manage to connect, but called on here to try and do a little bit of chip damage to the tower. Easy pick up there for Gaimin Gladiators. I like this, man. This death ball is strong.
Yeah, I think it's good to go, especially once you see they've gone for these farming oriented items, the Radiance first and the Yasha first. I think when you put it that way, it's true. Ooh, last one on the Rubik. Oh, maybe we can steal some of their stacks, balance things out for the Gaimin Gladiators. It's true. I guess Heroic does want to line up the timings better, so they're trying to hold out here. But I worry if too many people are farming, like Lifestealer going for the Radiance, and he's still going to farm off of this. This is his farming item, so he's not... He might infest gank join, but he doesn't really want to fight that much. And if Dragon Knight's also farming, and then Centaur's farming to catch up, everyone's farming. I don't know. I don't know how you stop Gaimin Gladiators from just running you down. Like, if no one can start anything to find a pick off if Gaimin Gladiator splits up in any way or something.
Yeah. I think right now it's the fact that the Centaur's game is so rough makes this really scary for Heroic, because you need this guy to be a tanky initiator for your team, right? You don't mind if your Dragon Knight's going in with the Blink Dagger, but you would like it to be your Centaur, and then the follow-up is the DK finding the sniper or something, right? So we'll see them be able to wrap around here. A nice easy pick off there for the Rubik, or I mean onto the Rubik rather, but really good invasion into this triangle now twice. They have a super deep ward there. It doesn't usually get dewarded that often, and it has actually allowed them to make this play twice. They also take away a ward as they go back in there.
Yeah, interesting that KJ also placed an observer there. I feel like it's actually a little too shallow, because I don't know if you'll see Gaimin Gladiators actually invading or in that area, but at the same time, it is also likely to survive for quite a long time.
Yeah. Dude, Gaimin Gladiators just playing super efficient on the map. They are farming on everybody. The Batrider and Enchantress also.
Quinn!
No way.
He saw it from their ward. Dude, this is the most value ward. Props to Tofu. What was that, 2 kills and a huge courier snipe? That was the Blink Dagger, just to clarify for everyone. The Blink Dagger on the Centaur War Runner.
And Analog gonna be forced to stampede, but the Blink is here from the Batrider instead. Stops the stampede away. He's trying to turn around with what damage he can, but Dyrachyo will clean him up. K1 getting a lot of work here with this Radiance. Finds the kill onto Dyrachyo. Call down will clip Quinn. But he's got a Shadow Blade, and they actually have no way of finding him. And meanwhile, Ace, with the wraparound, will force them back completely. So at least they get the Chaos Knight. It is almost an even trade, but I think Gaimin Gladiator is still very happy, considering Sniper has an amazing game at the moment.
Yeah, and this is all on the map of Heroic, so off that fight, like, everyone just went back to farming, but that favors Gaimin Gladiator since they're over here. Yeah, we get to see the replay here. So Analog cannot quite get away. They try to stampede, but the Blink Dagger from Tofu, which was delayed a little bit because of the stolen stacks, he does finally get to it. And yeah, from here, we're going to see lots of Blink Lasso setting up plays like this.
Dude, if he actually has the Blink on Centaur here, Sniper is dead. Like, that is actually the difference between him having that Blink Dagger and it dying on the Courier. We're going to see them make another play here onto Divine Llama. The Orchid is out from Dyrachyo. Telekinesis here from Schofield to make a little bit of space. They're trying to do what they can, but Ace is an unkillable machine right now, and they will just slowly find their target. Yeah, you cannot deal with this bristleback until you get a silver edge. There's just no one that can build it. So you have this game plan right now, I think, of you just have to out farm. You have to outscale Gaimin Gladiators and ignore the bristleback and kill everyone else. I think that is the eventual plan here from Hero, because I don't know where else you can go. Tofu healer. We'll go with a nice lasso. Quick rage, though, from K1 and a Stampede blink in from Divine Llama will find a kill. Killing Dota2 would be massive if they can do it, but Ace, he's on the backside here, chasing him down. Schofield looking to do some huge work. Can they do it? Dota2, they got him, and he doesn't manage to finish off the Centaur. He gets the blink out, and yeah, there's Ace. You walk away from this guy. You will not deal with him.
Overall, pretty good for Heroic. They are a bit on the back foot, so being able to kill the carry CK. Though is he currently the carry? I think it's Ace.
It's Ace and Sniper. It really is. Like, Dota2 is mostly here as a repositioning and stun, right? He scouts, he repositions heroes, and he stuns them. Like, he can burst a support, but at the end of the day, like, this Sniper and this Bristleback are going to be the real problems, I think.
I think there was a misclick on K1 side. He has a Manta recipe, but no Yasha.
Oh, mid lane, analog. Speaking of Manta, we'll pop it. Silence comes out. Sniper just shooting away. Like you said, they don't have the minus armor for him, but you do have plenty of damage when he's alone.
It picks up an Orb of Destruction and Orb of Corrosion. 2 orbs on the Chaos Knight. So with the Reality Rift, that's actually 9 armor reduction and a ton of slows. That's pretty good. I like Quinn. It feels like such a pub build, but it makes a lot of sense. So Shadowblade first just needs to survive a lot of these fights, so the Shadowblade will help him with that. It's a little bit weird compared to like maybe a more normal build, more farm-oriented build, but they're getting active, so he's just contributing damage, and then he's gonna go straight for NKB.
Oh, he should have waited. Oh, he should have waited. Sorry, he could have waited 2 seconds and gotten an extra like chunk of XP there. Oh well. They still
hard to remember.
Yeah, they still at least don't. I mean, you see that rune, you're like, oh, that's mine. K1 dead here. Doesn't have the Manta completed, and that Orchid is causing some massive problems for him. That's probably the best kill that they could find. Ace has an Aghanim Scepter now. So we talked about the fact that he's already like unkillable. Now he does some serious burst damage, and he can solo the Tormentor. Bristleback, one of the few heroes that can do this very easily. Just needs to get the stacks up, and then pop the Bristleback here, which I'll do in a moment. Bonk. Yep, very cool. Yep. So Celery gets himself the Tormentor, or at least the Shard, rather. Sorry.
Pretty nice repositioning tool this game. It just helps you farm a lot. From here, they're in a pretty good spot. Probably thinking about Roche, which should be fairly easy to do with the Bristleback and the Chaos Knight. And I think you just put it on carry Ace here. Have him go in. I don't know if you have an answer to that.
Yeah, you might be right.
Who gets the next Tormentor?
Dota2.
That's actually pretty good for farming speed and just casual harass poke. Like you just throw out the stun.
Dude, they literally got the dream. No Bat Rider on both Tormentors. That is nuts. You could have gotten literally the worst shard in the game twice, and you dodged it. That's amazing.
Good RNG.
Good RNG goes to good players. Smoke up, Infest here. They've got to start finding something. You are bleeding and fast here on the side of Heroic. It is a 15,000 gold advantage for Heroic. They're going to find Ace. That is just not the target. You do not have the damage for this guy unless he turns and faces you, but he gets the Bloodstone off.
Bloodstone.
He's just max HP. The pause, though. Frozen. Oh. Okay.
Okay. They can...
He still has half his Bloodstone
can...
duration and a hairball. Dude, he's going to max heal if he doesn't die.
So, yeah. So, like, there is... What is this? Like, a second left of stun? Maybe less. If he gets the hairball, that's a pretty big heal. There's so many Quill Sprays on Centaur, Bristle, Dragonite. We're, like, 11 10 on these two.
Yeah.
This will be a big heal and he'll stay alive, but maybe they can kill him right before.
It's going to be close. Oh, Ace gets it off. Oh, no. And now the rest of Heroic on the run. Analog trying to hide it out in the trees. Will go for the TP. Does make it. On the bottom side, K1 trying to run away. He has no TP himself. He does have a Rage. Tofu will close the gap, and yeah, we'll be forced to pop the Rage, try to pop the Phase Boots, get as far away as possible, but there's the Orchid, the Reality Rift, the stun, and K1 goes down.
Yeah, like you said at the very start of that, Ace is just not the guy you want to find. I mean, it's a great kill if you can get it. He'd be worth a lot, but it's just so hard because of how much he heals and because of the way, without the break, even when you're hitting him, if you're hitting him in the wrong direction, he's still getting the stacks off. And he manages to press Bloodstone in time and gives him so much healing in that fight that the entire rest of his team gets there. I think even if he died, it's probably already a good spot for the rest of his team to clear things up and still be a winning trade that you then get Roche off of. But the fact that he doesn't even die is just insult to injury at that point.
So you need a Scotty on your Lifestealer at some point to deal with this guy. Like, that is a requirement, but you could build it on a Dragon Knight. We're going to see a nice fight break out here. They do get a great stomp from Divine Llama. If they can actually find some targets here, they got one. Duraccio trying to TP out, but gets canceled from Schofield. He gets a return kill, though. Celery will be found as well. So, Gaimin Gladiators, I mean, they split up after the Roshan. How many times have we seen this?
Yeah, the carry bristlebacks cutting waves. That's a bit of a misplay on their part. Yeah, okay, so here's the fight earlier in the replay. Yeah, just look how much he's healing more than he's taking damage in this fight. Very unfortunate pause, but I think even without the pause, this is what was going to happen, is that...
Yeah, he lives no matter what there.
Yeah, again, whether you kill him or not at that point, it just doesn't matter. He lived long enough that the rest of his team has made it to the fight, and they can do whatever they need to from there. Losing the kills after that we just saw in the live play, now that is a bit of a slip up from Gaimin Gladiators. I don't think it doesn't massively change this game right now. I still think can't kill this Bristle.
Oh God, Schofield.
Well, I say that. Can we get out? Yeah, he should be good.
Oh, Quinn lost vision and didn't get the assassinate.
Centaur is pretty close to Shiva's, which will be very good versus the Bristleback, who does not have a BKB at this time. Scotty is good. It is quite a ways away. And Silver Edge is the next item that's queued up for Lifestealer, which I think is necessary to kill the Bristle. But he's very far from that item. He is a Silver Edge away from Silver Edge.
Yeah, I mean, you could see, like, they do a lot of damage. The problem is you have to stop the healing and the passives of the Bristleback in order to deal with this guy. So, yeah, it's going to be a moment. Oh, KJ, TP. Dude, so close. But you have to be able to stop the Bristleback and the healing that's coming out. So you have to break him, and then you have to have a healing reduction item. So Vessel, which they skipped on this game. You almost have the Shivas on Centaur, which is going to be great. He's about 400 gold away. And then you also have, you know, the potential for a late game Scotty, which you can build on either the Dragon Knight or the Lifestealer. So there are tools there, and that's why I was saying, like, they kind of have to play for their items. They're so far behind at this point that taking a 5-on-5 fight is terrifying. Like, both of your supports are as farmed or more farmed than the Centaur.
tower has been
That's a scary place to be for Heroic. Ace just poking the tier 3 on his own.
Oh, Schofield, he really wants that wisdom root. I don't think he's getting this one. He's tried already a few times, but Quinn's nearby. Gets himself a kill in the process.
What are they currently waiting for? Hurricane
On
Pike's
Gaimin
almost done on
Gladiators?
Sniper. Yeah, I feel like Bristol's really strong. I'm not fully sure why they aren't just like going together to this tower. Like Bristol's literally here on his own and they're not addressing him. So what if you just bring 5 heroes?
He just hit 18 too.
Maybe that's what they were waiting for. I mean, there's a minute left on Aegis. There's technically a little bit of time.
Oh, the enchant. That was a nice. I mean, he almost gets away with another cheeky TP out, but the enchant to instantly remove that Ghost Scepter. Very nice. But yeah, you're right. I am kind of curious about that too. I think maybe Gaimin Gladiators with Aegis about to expire, they could potentially chip the high ground for like 30 seconds. Like, I don't think they can kill Ace if he just walks onto the high ground with
Sniper's under
500
sentry.
damage. Oh, yep. Quick little grenade away, but a spooky ghost. There's still a tier 1 tower. They actually just TP everybody in. And now the turnaround. He's got to try to get the TP, but he's not even going to have a chance. The stun is there. You have lost the Centaur. They're looking for more. Looks like Analog will be able to escape. I mean, speaking of which, Analog's actually almost got an Aghanim Scepter. They're doing a decent job at just cutting the lanes here on the side of Heroic, but Dyrachyo will now find the Rubik. You should be able to have a blink in a moment. Well, won't chase. Okay, never mind.
The Aghanims on Dragonite. This might be the tool they need if they can successfully creep cut for like another 10 minutes. I do think the game becomes much easier for them. But surviving that 10 minutes is a bit tough. With that in mind, I feel like they've survived, you know, that first Aegis, so that they're getting there. They've done the first part. Maybe Gaimin Gladiators waiting for the second Roche, I guess, and they're gonna go with that. They have finished some extra items. If Heroic makes a comeback, I think that is where Gaimin Gladiators will bite, like, have some regret on. All right, hang on. They're trying to find Schofield.
He's got a Ghost Scepter. Nice lasso from the high ground as well. They'll be able to find KJ. The double Ghost Scepters to try to keep him alive is just not enough. There's too much damage. Blink in, Divine Llama finds Ace, but again, it's not the target you want to go on as Dyrachyo's going to try to just dive the base here. They're going in deep. He's got the bristleback, going to start stacking up those quills. Devi in his own tier 4 towers will fall. Dyrachyo with a BKB trying to get away from the lifesteal of the Force Staff will help him survive as Ace will just retreat. Never punished on this bristleback.
Something we forgot to say earlier, Enchant being able to steal Dragonite illusions is super nice. Yeah, I mean, like, couldn't this have happened like 5 minutes ago? Well, never mind. It's happening now. Maybe they're playing it safe. They do need the guaranteed 2-0, right? So maybe they felt just a little nervous pushing too early. You throw, that's the game, right? I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I think they still know that the Lifestealer can do a lot of damage, and going high ground, like if you get punished somehow, like if K1 happens to like take a good fight and you lose your Dragon, or not Dragon Knight, your Chaos Knight like immediately, you probably don't have the damage to deal with K1 at that point, so you would just give up a kill and back maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, they just feel so strong. They're 25,000 gold ahead. They get the tier 3 tower. It opens up a second fortification for Heroic here, but I think we're just waiting for next Aegis, right? We'll see the respawn here in about 24 seconds. It should spawn Radiant side, but there is still a chance, right? If it's max duration, could spawn on the Dire. Which I think favors Gaimin Gladiators anyway. I think they'd prefer that.
I think by the time the next Aegis happens, or at least the high ground push, if, you know, it's a quick one, Gaimin Gladiators gets it right away. Pretty sure Silver Edge is going to be done. He's got 500 gold away. Yeah, Aegis is a minute 20. he's gonna have Silver Edge, and then suddenly Bristleback becomes kind of killable.
He does, but it is still one of those things where it's like you have to have all of the heroes to kill the bristleback. It can't just be him. There's gonna be the blink lasso comes through. They manage to find the kill. Centaur stomp on top of him with the infested. Got on top of Quinn. Analog's got him. The telekinesis pulls him in. Forced after the high ground, but he's dead. Ace, the unstoppable bristleback. You gotta ignore him. Go for someone else. KJ going down. Dyrachyo now on the run. The missile should connect. The blink to safety. Ace is just getting kited to oblivion. As Dyrachyo now taking a beating here from the Lifestealer. Analog now in trouble. Spirit Vessel on top of him. There are 2 fights here happening. K1 though, the buyback from Quinn. They just melt right through him. Never mind. Now KJ on the run, cannot escape, and he's gonna try and pick up some chicken nuggets before he dies, but will not get him. The value meal. Unlucky. And here's Ace. I don't know if anyone has noticed. Full HP, full mana still after a full minute and a half of fighting, as he will now dive the tier 4s. Bristleback still gets the quills though. A lot of damage. Doesn't care. Pops Bloodstone. Continues. Maybe I can just continue diving here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, buildings, guys.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
the base is
what do you-
entirely alive.
Ace was just given free reign that fight. The whole heroic game plan was ignore Ace, and it started out well. They found 2 really
They got
good
the blink
kills.
lasso. Oh, Divine Llama going down first. That is huge. He thought he was safe behind a tree, but there was a ward barely scouting him. And Dyrachyo going in once again here for the Rubik. It's just space, right? That's what we talked about. Dyrachyo is only here to make space, give vision, and allow the sniper Bristleback to do the job.
Which, yeah, in that fight leading up to this, the fact that Heroic was able to find Sniper so quickly was a pretty good start to them. And I think they do feel the pressure. They committed buybacks. They're trying to get as much out of that as possible. But there's only so long you can ignore a Bristleback before Bristleback starts killing everyone. And I feel like that's kind of what happened in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, this was literally best case scenario for Heroic, right? You isolate the sniper, you kill him at the very beginning. I will say I am super surprised Dyrachyo was able to get this far away. The fact that he gets the blink off was nuts, because typically you would expect the gyrocopter shard here, right? But he doesn't have one, so it just allows him to just continue. Kites K1 into a really bad spot. And he doesn't have a Scotty for the healing reduction.
Yeah,
on the live
feed.
feed. We're back in. They get on top of Celery. Great sproing to the low ground. Centaur just taking a beating, and he's going to go down first, but they found Sniper once again. K1 trying to chase him down, but he needs help. Schofield, is he there? The Yules. It's going to work. They've isolated Celery, so he is the first to fall on the side of Gaimin Gladiators, but can they get K1? He's tried his best. They've got detection. Quinn falling low, but the pullback. The Reality Rift piercing. Spell immunity. It's enough. They got it. 4 dead on Heroic, and it's just Analog. Quinn surviving on a sliver of HP. For getting that dieback would have been massive.
Give him the Aegis. Give him cheese. Send him in. How are you gonna kill him 3 times? There's no way. He can go die twice to the fountain and still be fine.
Yeah, I mean, neither Dyrachyo or Ace can die at this point. Like I said, not having healing reduction from the Lifestealer, really, like, he has a heart BK beyond Dyrachyo. He's basically healing as much damage as K1 is doing. Look at how long they kite here on the sniper. 1 4 staff, 2 4 staffs, Yules. Oh man.
Yeah, the concussive grenade too.
Yeah. Dude, the
K1
reality
was
rift.
trying to get to him.
Oh, God,
the
that's
fact that
so
he has
brutal.
Reality Rift pierces immunity. It's I don't really see a way for Heroic to do it at this point outside of
Are under attack.
a sudden magnetic pull into Fountain. The Call of the Void that so many Dota players struggle with. But I think Gaimin Gladiators will be able to resist long enough.
That's the Silver Edge. If they can get... Oh, he has a Wind Waker. Oh, my God. Good luck. Ace walks away from that one. You have another opening in a few seconds from that Silver Edge, but... Yeah, now that you have Wind Waker, it's going to be even more difficult. They missed on the Centaur Stomp, I think is what happened there, too.
I mean, from here, if you want to do it safely, just keep sending in the illusions, but pretty sure they'll just wait for creeps, send the bristleback in.
Yeah, I mean, again, Duracio's the one who's going to go in, right? He'll just blink high ground and try and kill anyone he can find. So I think that's likely the next play here. Enchantress will turn the DK illusion back onto the enemy base himself as he walks high ground, looks for the Rubik, ends up getting, oh, he Ogre Seals back in. Oh no, Schofield, that's not where you want to be. Analog Cat from the Reality Rift. Dust doing some work. There's the last zone. It's not even close. This Dragon Knight goes down, and now it's Divine Llama and K1 versus the rest of Gaimin Gladiators. He's going to buy back on the Centaur, but you've lost so much already. That's going to be mega creeps. And Gaimin Gladiators likely just finishing off game number 1 here. Again, a must-win game for them. A must-win series. Celery. Stampede comes out, broinks away, and that is it. GG, well played. A very clean game from Gaimin Gladiators. This bristleback absolutely demolished them.